Hi everyone, welcome back to Click Talk. Today we're talking about pain points in the world of AEC. Very familiar things that if you're in architecture, engineering, or construction that you are accustomed to, and you're maybe just grinding out or just like too busy to kind of fix or resolve or really look at with fresh eyes. We just talked about license management in the previous chapter, which is something that is an annoyance that we could definitely help you with. Now, in this chapter, we're going to talk about a situation where you allow your contractors, your employees to bring their own devices. We completely understand the convenience of this, but in terms of like security and other controls, it creates a lot of issues. In the AEC world, with our clients, what are we seeing in terms of BYOD?
Well, so frequently with BYOD, people don't want to carry two phones. So they want to have their work phone and their personal phone as the same phone. But, you expose your data when you're allowing people to have company data on their work phone. So we recommend using some sort of MDM product, which is mobile device management product. Intune is a very popular one. It's built into the Microsoft ecosystem where only authorized users are allowed to have personal data on their phone. And when they leave, or when they lose their phone, or if it gets stolen, you can easily erase the company data that's on their phone by just erasing it through Intune. And that only erases the company data, it doesn't erase the whole phone. So that's really where having these security protocols in place before you just say, hey, you can have email on your phone, you can have Ignite on your phone, you can have everything SharePoint on your phone, you need to really consider how you're managing the apps that are on the phone that have company data, because you don't want somebody to, you don't want to lose control of your company data.
Yeah, and you can imagine from a management perspective, from a business owner's perspective, you're probably like, oh, that's great. Let's control what data goes out to our devices. But from an employee perspective, the privacy lights probably go off like, oh no, they're installing this on my phone. Take an MDM like Intune. Does that give the company, the firm, access to their photos or any of the personal information that an employee may have on their phone?
No, it doesn't give them access to anything. The main thing it does is it sandbox the company application. So if something happens with that employee, or we need to control how you log into those applications, the privacy around those applications, the company controls only that aspect. They don't control your whole phone.
Okay.
Nor can they see anything else on your phone.
In terms of changes that happen to the phone, at most, it may require that if you didn't have a PIN on your phone, that you set up a PIN on that phone.
Yeah, things like that. Or, with the kind of the more modern, these app protection policy, only the company app requires the PIN. It doesn't change your phone.
What about if your phone, if you got an employee who likes to toy with their phone and put, different OSs on there, what's commonly known as a jailbroken phone? Mm-hmm. Is that simpatico with an MDM?
Well, no. So what you can do is you can have compliance policies for the BYOD devices. So if it's not running a supported OS, or if it has some security vulnerabilities, it will block them from accessing the company applications until they resolve those issues. So what's nice is you have the employee has access to the company resources, but it's in a safe method.
Yeah, right. I think the sandboxing is the key thing to remember. It's not like your corporate devices, which you own, which with an RMM, you could exert full control with an RMM or an EDR. In a BYOD environment, where employees are able to access email or files on their personal devices, we just want to put it in that sandbox. And so what can we do? What can we offer folks who are it feels inconvenient, but like, gosh, how do I get past this?
Yeah, so, give us a call. Let us understand how you're using mobile devices in your environment. We can make recommendations, whether it's Intune or some other MDM product that, like I was saying before, secures your data, allows us to erase that company data off the person's phone, but not be intrusive into the person's phone. So kind of it's a nice balance of protect the company data, but make sure the employee understands that their personal phone is their personal thing.
Coming up, we're going to talk about general IT controls, so stay tuned.